jump online to encourage one of you who is feeling like they don't have a purpose, their lives aren't quite moving forward. Maybe they've put their hands into a couple of things and it just hasn't worked. I just want to encourage you that sometimes I think that sense of disappointment and discouragement that you feel might be because you are comparing yourself with other people. The one thing that I learned a while ago is that every single person has talents. Some people may have just one, some of us may have 50. It's not the number of talents that you actually possess that matters. It's what you do with your talent that matters. And I want to encourage you, if you don't have to have a business, and then until you have the business, then oh my God, okay, now I'm doing something with my talent. No, I believe that we're supposed to be using our talents to bless people. We're supposed to be using our talents as a form of worship to God. For example, my love for art and creativity has moved more from physical art to digital art, where I'm still using my hands to create something. I'm just my love for art has kind of shifted. And it took me a little bit of time to accept that, that there has been this change. But somehow I actually felt that, oh my God, I'm not developing my gift of creativity. And then God showed me, yes, you are. And it's not about what it's supposed to look like. It's about the intention of your heart. Are you taking the time to develop your talent? A lot of you, your talents aren't even talents of the hands. A lot of you, your talents are talents of your mouth, your speech. Some of you are so good with poetry. Some of you are great storytellers, and you don't even realize that you're great storytellers. You just know that you have a couple of friends who always tell you, oh my God, whenever we hang out with you, it is such a blast. And you don't realize that there's just something unique and special about you, the talent that God put inside of you. The one way that you can try to figure out what your talent is just talk to people around you that know you, people you spend a lot of time with, whether it's people from work, people in your personal lives, people from church, your community meetings and events, and then just ask them, what is it about me that stands out? I promise you, you will get the answers that you're looking for. Your talents, you can't hide your talents. People see your talents. What you can unconsciously and consciously do is not develop them. You can actually ignore your talents, leave them to kind of rot. But when you start thinking about how can I develop my talent in such a way where I can actually apply that talent every single day with every single person that I meet, that's the prayer you want to have in your prayer closet. And if you seek God with an earnest heart, it's not about making money. It's not about having a business. It's not about being seen. It's not about being praised. It's not about being applauded like, oh my God, look at her. No, it's about asking God, these talents that you gave me, these gifts that you gave them to me so that I can use it to worship you, so that I can use it to bless the lives of people around me, so that I can use it as a vehicle of love for others and to others, even to yourself. So if you go into your prayer closet and you ask God, can you show me how you want me to use these talents? You have to put in some work. And for me, work was learning and still learning what it means to listen, learning what it means to reserve my own commentary and just, listen to what people have to say, learning to not even respond sometimes, to just sit and marinate on whatever it is that I've heard, even if I marinate on it for like 1 or 2 or 3 days, take it to God in prayer, and then I have a better response to give. Because if I don't learn those parts of myself, which could be some of my weaknesses, I can attempt to use my talent, but actually hurt people in the process. Learning for me is going to websites like Udemy and Coursera. God bless these people who have made education so easily and readily available. But going on websites like that, making out time in my week, even if it's 30 minutes to 2 hours, to study, to just read and learn and understand how to develop certain skill sets that can help me to be a better coach or a better influencer. I'm a clinician, I'm at work, right? On a good day, maybe I come across anywhere from 20 to 50 people every single day that I work. And It is such a unique experience and also an honor to be in such a space with someone where they feel safe enough to open up parts of themselves that they've never shared with other people. And the question then becomes, I'm giving access to people's special places. So I want to grow and develop myself so that when I'm exposed, when I'm given that opportunity, that I can be used by God through my talents as a way to bless them, pour into them, reflect the love and the mercy and the kindness of God. Don't worry too much that you're looking around and you see people having businesses and people being successful in the way the world describes success. I believe success is when you are utilizing your gifts in alignment with God's will. That is my own definition of success. So if you are still trying to figure yourself, if you're still trying to figure out what it is that God has called you to do, start by going to your prayer closet. Start by getting some feedback from people around you. Start by developing your areas of weakness. Are you indisciplined? Are you inconsistent? Are you someone who procrastinates? Begin to learn how to develop those parts of yourself. For some of you, you're jumping a little bit too early. Simply because you're seeing and comparing yourself to other people, you're jumping in and going, okay, I want to have a business just like them. And you just go and try to start a business and then it fails. And you wonder why. I believe in seasons. I believe that God actually works on us and develops us in seasons. So for some of you, you're not called to entrepreneurship. You're just not. And it's okay. We're not all going to be entrepreneurs. Some of us are called to support in the back. Some of us are so amazing with marketing. We're amazing with public relations. We're so good with organizational structure or business management. And you have a raw talent, and your purpose is to work alongside someone else while they build their vision. You might be the engines while others are the drivers. And it is okay. Why? Because every part of the process is extremely important. Some of you have been put in situations and jobs that you feel are even beneath you. And somehow you are struggling and you feel like, I gotta get out of here. But you don't realize that God is keeping you in that space to develop certain things in you for an upcoming season. And I don't know if you remember the story of Joseph when he was sold to slavery by his brothers. He ended up going to prison, and then he was in prison for years. And it was while in prison that God was developing his leadership, influential, organizational skills, listening skills, emotional quotient, his ability to problem solve. A lot of those things were developed while he was in prison. Remember, when he was a kid, he was kind of like a spoilt brat, right? Which is why his brothers ended up just really despising him, He really was, he looked so highly upon himself, especially when he had, his dreams, and he shared his dreams so nonchalantly without thinking. But the point I'm making is that in as much as his brothers tried to kill him and sold him into slavery, God used such a very negative and impactful situation and took him through years of development for a season where he was going to become second in command in Egypt. I don't know what season you're in. I don't know if you feel like you're in a season of being in prison, just like Joseph was, and you are trying your very best to break out of prison when that prison was a place that God actually put you in. And yes, I know it sounds a little like, oh my God, abundance. But God is going to use everything for your good. And as long as it's for your good, it's good. Good doesn't always feel good. God might be trying to teach you how to work through your pride. It could be just working in diverse teams, high-stake responsibilities. It could be that your tardiness is just not going to work in the season that he's taking you to, and so he wants you to learn what it means to be on time. It could just be learning how to work with people that have very diverse opinions, and he could be putting you in that space so that you can learn how to work on your personal biases, or just at least to bring those personal biases to the forefront. And a lot of times it could just simply be that he's teaching you how to learn from mistakes, because he's going to put you in situations where you're probably going to make mistakes. And when you learn how to fall and pick yourself back up and fall and pick yourself back up, then you're learning how to make mistakes and deal with mistakes in situations that may not be as impactful as the season he's taking you to next. So be careful when you're trying to run away from situations that are hard. Trust that there is something that God is trying to refine. It's going to feel like you're going through fire, but that is where the benefit is. For some of you, it is your pride that is being worked on, because you think that the job that you're working is beneath you, and I'm worth more than this, I'm better than this, and that's okay. But pride comes before a fall, and God might be keeping you in a space where you think you're more than, to teach you how to be humble and how to serve others instead. And when you develop that, you can become a better leader in the future. My encouragement is, when you're in that season, speak to God in prayer and ask him, what is it that you want me to do here? And I want you to get to the point where not only are you developing your skills there, but you actually begin to create a mission and find fulfillment. There's a Bible verse that says, whatever you do, do it as though you're doing it unto the Lord. And I mean in everything.